no position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. And the Blue Devils will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Michigan State's offense will come out first. The give is to Taylor. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Spartans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. To the air, it's Childs. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Spartans have their offense in high gear. Leaves it with the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They go to the ground. Inside the 30. Speeding down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Spartans!
And this defense really wanted to come out and set the tone and be physical, but the offense did that. They took control. They own the line of scrimmage. They create the big explosive run on the first drive to really set the tone in this football game.
Michigan State 7-2-0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Duke's offense will go to work for the first time. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them score on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks.
There he goes! And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. They want to run it left here. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Firing to the right, complete. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. The Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
And the Blue Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Blue Devils started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. And the Blue Devils had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Looking for the time with the extra point. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play call by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Safe completion on the screen. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. Trying to move the sticks on third down. Looking downfield, it's Childs. Nowhere to go. The ball is loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. Send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Gets away from one. He's got space. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Breaks into the open. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Wants to throw on first down. A little screen to the running back. Who fights off the defender. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Trying play action. Hit as he throws. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback. And the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got a man. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that first down marker. It'll be fourth down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Florida State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Doak Campbell Stadium, one of the more special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Clemson.
Unloads to the right. Complete downfield.
Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking downfield, it's Childs. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Spartans want to crank the tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Lining up from the 34 on first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Pass to sticks and still on his feet. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. He might want another play. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Spartans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to run for it. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay a big difference.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He'll start this drive firing. Finds his tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
The Blue Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Throwing right. He's got it. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. New set of downs after the completion. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. High the chains now on 2nd and long. They just keep firing. Floats it out in space. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And the Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step out of bounds. the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. Trying to barge their way in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Woo. I tell you what, you feel really fortunate if you're on offense. That's one of those where it takes 13 seconds for that ball to roll out of bounds.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. He'll pull it on the read. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. So now on 4th down, they'll try to salvage a 3 and just get points before halftime. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his 2nd of the day. This one from 23. Absolutely perfect. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooks Field inside Wallace Wade Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Spartans will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They start this 3rd quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This off.
Lofts one high and deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Brown. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Finds his big tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. The Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
He'll pull it down. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. And the Blue Devils send out the punt unit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And the returner is stopped. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll go to the ground. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Rides the back and leaves it. Got the first down and more. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Sparty! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And, yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Hits him inside the 20, still going. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Blue Devils look to keep this drive humming. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Tyler. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Dumps it off in the flats. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. It may seem like a really aggressive call, but, David, you settle for 3 there. It's like handing a win to the defense.
Yeah, and I like aggressive. Aggressive is good for offenses, and we've seen it time and time again. You get beat when you kick field goals. That's something that you look back, it's a big stat, so I like the aggressiveness to go for it.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and they corral the ball, so they avoid the turnover, but, man, did they lose a chunk of yardage.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. We've reached the break, and Michigan State has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Here we go. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
Absolutely center cut. That'll cut this lead down to 5. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Maryland has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in College Park. They're up by 8 over Northwestern. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll move the tight end. Taylor has him. Oh, he's got some space. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They're going to ride this running back. Spins away from the defender. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Send the tight end in motion. Smart move to keep it on the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking to throw, it's Giles. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner goes down. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Things had not gone the way they planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Right down the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Pulls it and fires to the left.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch. It's Brown. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. They're dealing with a second and long. That's reeled in. It's Brown. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Blue Devils kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Turning it on! They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the Brain Trust will go to work. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for second down. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the tight end. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Looking to throw for it. Under fire. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Going for it all. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this
going the other way, and he's got room. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
They'll leave it with him. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Spartans are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. There he goes. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. They'll leave it with the lone back.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Now the play fake. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Power football with the run. He gets enough for the first down. Crowd is silent. Chains are moving. Clock still going. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And the Spartans getting set on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Childs. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that is how we will wrap this one up. What a show both of these teams put on today. A couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.